Welcome. And welcome to the show. I'm your host, Joey Wobbs. That is Mr. Link, and welcome to Wabbslink. We are here at episode 43. Yo, episode 43 is going to be a good one. Yeah, episode 43 is going to be a good one. This is a Chelsea one, bro. This is definitely a Chelsea.
Hey, this is all you, brother.
This is a Chelsea. This is a Chelsea fucking app for sure, bro. Like, there's not really much for you to talk about. Like, just overall, there's not much for you to talk about, right?
I don't know. My day has slowly been creeping up on, but it's your today's
You
your day.
You probably got news that I don't know about. Okay, so like we'll let you get your thing.
Nah, it's all speculation. It's all speculation.
The whole Isak shit. Yeah.
Nah. He might be on the back burner, but it's your day.
Yeah, we'll let you get your moment. We'll let you get your moment.
Yeah.
But there's only one thing to talk about right now. The news of the day. That's what we got to talk about.
Wait, please. I've had a long day. Sometimes you don't get to check your phone. Please enlighten me. What could you be talking about?
Shut up, bro. So, I don't want to say a hated player on the channel, but a very disliked player on the channel from both of us. Got his move to Arsenal.
Unappreciated.
Today. It's not unappreciated. So he got his move to Arsenal today. And I couldn't be happier about it. I really couldn't be happier about it. First things first, the wingers that we have in his spot at this current moment are better. Stetson is better. Like, we watched what Esteval did. I watched this entire Club World Cup. I watched all of last season in Brazil, pretty much. I watched probably like close to 15 games. 20 games. Probably closer to 20. And we got better players, even at younger ages. We got Quenda coming in. But just the pure embarrassment of what we do to Arsenal every single year. And I've used the metaphor of the yard sale or the garage sale. It's like you got a customer that comes to this garage sale every fucking year.
Every year.
And they overpay, bro.
Every time.
How do you come to the garage sale? You see something at the garage sale, you point at it, and you give me a number. And the number's over what I'm willing to give it to you for anyways. And every time you pay it.
I don't understand how you come to the bidding table with the original valuation that you asked for.
Not even like a bit. It really wasn't a negotiation, bro. It was add-ons that we got, bro. Like, we got a little bit more on add-ons. That's it.
They said, here's 50 mil. You said, wait, you're just going to give us 50 mil? Okay, look, how about some add-ons? They're like, yeah, sure. We really want the player. What? Like,
there was reports, bro, Link, there was reports that were coming out that were saying Berta rated the guy at 65.
I did see that. I did. Yeah, I laughed. Yeah, that's Arsenal for you.
But this is the same. But what I told people in the summer when they signed Berta, that the fucking guy has had a lot of big flops in his career, a lot of high-profile big flops. Nobody wanted to listen. We sat here on this channel and we went through the list of them. Of all the names he fucking signed at Atletico Madrid. We saw all the names. We saw all the flops. There was only a handful of good signings. And they were all strikers.
Mm-hmm. Hold on. Keep talking.
Like, this is as malpractice as you can fucking get. Always, Lucas. That's what we always here for. Big up, Mafia. But we said it, son. We said it yesterday, Ace. Ace, we said it yesterday on the channel. That shit was going to happen now, bro. That shit was going to happen. They could just save everyone, son. Yeah. That's that ass, bro. They're gonna fucking. There's gonna be some court case in like 30 years, like Chelsea and Arsenal and the money laundering that we do. Morgan Rogers in that Nkuku position. I hear it, bro. I hear it. I mean, a lot of people like Morgan Rogers. I'm not like the biggest fan of Morgan Rogers, but a lot of people like him. Yeah, pretty much. They wanted the guy. We wanted the guy. We went and got the guy for the number. No one knows yet. I don't think there's information on it yet. I'm sure it'll be coming out soon. You guys put you on the big screen.
What's good? Like I look at this window and I don't understand how you can. Well, no, I understand why they're doing this because we talked about this last time. The wages. It's so obvious. It's the wages. But for me, I don't know how the Agals of this world, the Hooks of this world, shout out to both of them. I don't know how the positive people or the more optimistic people spend this. I don't. Because for me, this now means that unless Rice becomes the reincarnate of Steven Gerrard, Arsenal's done.
Well, I mean, they're going to need a new system.
But that system is now going to rely on Rice to produce from an output standpoint, and not.
I wouldn't say that, not necessarily. I would say that their two wingers need to be like massive creators, and whoever they have in the box has to be.
Is Madueke a massive creator?
That's not my problem.
That's why I said it the way I said it. Madueke is not a massive creator. We know it's not your problem, but for the sake of the argument, Madueke is not a creative player. Gyökeres is not good in the air, right?
Just say it's not my problems, then.
Right? I know
not my problem, bro.
But like, why are you being, freaking detrimental to the conversation, right? Gyökeres isn't good in the air. We know this. So they don't have a target man unless they play Havertz. They're not putting Havertz up top with Gyökeres. I don't see them playing Gyökeres on the left wing. So now we've listed their problems up top, right? And they still don't have backup for Saka if they don't re-sign NONRI. So we go to the midfield. Rice, the $100 million man, he has to start. Zubimendi, they just bought him. They've been negotiating with him for a year. They stole him from Liverpool, stole him from Real Madrid, blah, blah, blah. He has to start. Odegaard, their captain, has to start. How does that midfield work? They don't have an incisive passer.
Literally, bro, the only way this works is if they revert back to playing quicker football.
But that doesn't suit Rice's skill set.
They have to play more in transition. Nah. Bro, we can get to that in a second because the Nico Jackson news is coming out quick now too. Now that we've moved Nani. Yeah, and we move players quick. We moved 3 players today.
Yeah. People remember
3 players today. We moved 3 players today. Felix is on the way out still. We got a move for Felix ready. We got Nico Jackson news today from multiple clubs. Now 2. Multiple clubs. Premier League clubs, like we said, we've said multiple times on this channel for the last fucking 6 months, pretty much since episode probably like 2-3, pretty much. I've been saying it from the beginning of the season, pretty much. I've wanted this guy. I've wanted Osimhen since last year. So like, it's very obvious to me now that people should realize like what we're talking about here. Like to me, what this is like this is the way that you should expect my club to move every year for the remaining portion of this. They will sell better than anybody else in football, and you will have to deal with it, especially if we're making money by this, like, especially in a window this year where we have made over 100 million plus at the Club World Cup. So not only are you letting us, not only is our capability of selling at a high standard, we just made another 100 plus million at the Club World Cup. So yeah, be ready for Chelsea this year, people. And there's a reason why Linkus came on here and said to people, there's one club that actually scares me in this thing. One club. So, like, be ready for Chelsea. That's why I'm not. People think I was fucking around yesterday in the way that I was acting. I'm not fucking around. I'm not scared of nobody. And there's no reason why this football club should be scared of anybody. We have enough talent. We have money to add to the talent. And the talent coming in through the ranks is just as good. So, like, it's probably as good as anybody in world football. Probably outside of Barcelona. So, like there's a serious thing going on at Chelsea. And people want to start recognizing it now. But we've been recognizing it for over a year. There's just there's key holes that we just haven't filled. And this window, I expect them to be. Because the way they moved with the striker, they got the lap. They were done with Jackson. After the red card in the Club World Cup, he lost his chance. It was it. He was done. That second red card, he was done. He was done. They killed him after that. That shit was done. He was not even going to get a chance. He really wasn't going to get another chance. Like that chance he got against Fluminense, and the game was over. It's 2-0. We had him comfortable.
Yeah.
Like, Nico, you're done, bro. Your days are numbered wearing blue. Just like I said for Nani Madueke. As soon as I saw those links really start to matriculate, I told people on every channel that I could. You guys saw me on Big Six Bands. You saw me on fucking Never a Foul. You saw me on this channel. And on every single one, I told people, don't be surprised if it happens. Don't be surprised if it happens. Give me, you know what? It's going to happen. Run me my money.
It just made sense. It made sense for all the wrong reasons.
Yep. Yeah, that's what it was. It made sense for all the wrong reasons. So, like, Nani Madueke, if you look at a graph, isn't actually as bad as it looks. It's not like a bad thing. If you look at a graph, right?
Yeah.
If you look at a graph, it's not as bad as it seems. But we don't watch football on a graph. We watch football on a field. And what happens on the field is not what happens on the graph. His ball carrying numbers are nice because he carries the ball from distances. That does that really well. I'll give him credit. He can beat a man and carry a ball from distance. Once he gets to that byline, what the fuck happens? Malfunctions. Just malfunctions. Brain malfunctions, bro. Brain malfunctions.
Bro, you Chelsea fans are hilarious, bro. You see Ace? Ace, y'all Chelsea fans are on smoke. You guys are going to rob them. If they really
bro, we're gonna fucking... Bro, did you see what we did with Due? Did you see in the chat what we did with Due?
I saw that.
Gerald Due? Gerald Due... So basically, they came in and tried to bid at Strasbourg after, this was like last week.
Yeah.
Like, they came in and they tried to bid for Due. He's a right back, right? Solid right back, too, by the way. He played really well for Strasbourg. 15 million. Reports came out. We rejected it. We wanted 20. Then Fab came out and said, we rejected it. We wanted 35. I was like, yo, that's the one. I was literally lying. Bro, I'm not even fucking with you. I was live, bro, talking about it, just like live talking about it, and then Fab tweeted about it as I was talking about it. Literally, as I was talking about it the other
Bro,
day.
I love
Fab
when
tweeted
businesses
about
get
it, and
petty,
then
bro.
I'm like, oh, here we go. I pull it up. The fucking Chelsea decline or Blue Code decline. Fucking Milan for Gerald Doué, 15 million. Be a bid rejected. Chelsea want 35 million euros.
Yeah. So, oh, you want 35 for a keeper on his last year? We want
Yeah,
35
you
for a
bitch
right back.
motherfuckers. We know what you do, you bitch ass motherfuckers. And then you're gonna come and try to go. Yeah, now you're gonna come and try to get Nico. Yeah, 70, bitch.
Yeah.
70. For Villa, 50. But for you, 70. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, we'll take 50 and
Yeah. What about Mignon now? What about
10.
Mignon now?
Oh, you
Yeah,
want to
we'll take
negotiate?
Mignon for 10 million, bitch. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
want to
for 10
negotiate
million. Yeah, bitch. That's what we'll do. We'll take Mignon for 10 million. You're falling in love with Nico Jackson. Those were the words that came out of Fabrizio's mouth. They're falling in love with Nico Jackson. Well, Mignon's 10 million now, bitch. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is. You want? Oh, we have other people we could sell Nico Jackson to. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, exactly. You're not
Don't
short
get
of
it
suitors.
twisted.
Not
But
sure.
if you're falling in love with Nico Jackson, 10 million for fucking Mike Mignon. That's how you do business.
Bro, I'm telling
That's
you,
business right there.
That's
how you hold your corn, bro. You have to hold, bro. You fucked us before the Club World Cup, and we're still in the final. You fucking pricks. We're still in the final.
Bro, I can only imagine they were like, yo, we gotta call Chelsea back, bro.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, so hey, remember that Mike did? Are you still interested in a goalkeeper? Yeah, and then you guys just hang up. Tell them to call back. That is too great, bro.
No, I let him talk. But the first thing is, the first words that come out of your mouth, I'll literally say this to them too. I'd be like, yo, the first words that come out of your mouth better be a good deal for Mike Mignon.
Yeah.
That better be the first words that come out of your mouth.
No, it's gonna.
Because I'll just go down the road. I'll go up to the Midlands and sell this fucking this striker, bro. I'll go up to the Midlands.
You're gonna get Mignon for that rejected price now.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. 100%. Yeah, the price that we originally handed him, that first bid for 15 that we handed him, that's what we'll get. And they try to scam us at first, and that's what you do. That's what you do in business. You don't let that. Now they wanna come and fucking ask for our striker. Now, Tamori, they've gotten the world. Half their squad is from us, bro. Half their Tamori. RLC, fucking Pulisic, Giroud when Giroud was there and winning them the fucking title. Like, Giroud was the reason fucking Leao was any good. You guys don't want to admit it, but that's the reason he was good. Giroud, you could feed Giroud, and Giroud would allow wingers to succeed. That's the truth. That is the truth, bro. That's the truth. That's how fucking France won a World Cup. He didn't score a single fucking goal, but he was one of the most important players on the pitch. As a striker. Tammy, thank you. Loftus-Cheek. I mean, bro, the names go on and on and on.
Tammy went to Roma.
No, we sent it to Milan first. Milan
really?
Roma. Yes.
You sent him to Milan too?
No, we sent him to Milan.
And then he went to Roma? I
didn't know that.
And then he
went to Roma.
I thought he went straight to Roma.
No, when Inzaghi was there, he bought Tammy.
That's funny. That's funny.
But it's just, I'm tired, bro. I'm tired of dealing with Milan. If Milan want to come and play ball with me, if they want to play ball, they know what it's going to take to play ball. Straight up.
Hey, Yusuf brought up a great point, and it's where I wanted to segue. NONRI, NM14, NONRI, NONRI down the wing.
Now you see how I did I typed it Nani with the R still
Yeah.
gives you Nonri. You see, so you don't have to disrespect Henri. Still, you can still give him the Henri thing, but it's Nonri with the with the I.
Yeah, I do that. Yeah, I do non-read with the eye. But no, so what do you do with that money? Because we thought it was kudos. I know you guys aren't that upset about not getting kudos. It'd be nice. But
Yeah, it would have been nice.
my fear is that you aren't looking for Lookman like Yusuf says. My fear is that you might try and get Rodrigo.
Mm-hmm.
South
Yeah,
American contention.
I'm gonna be honest. From the people that I'd normally trust and I read up, it doesn't look like we are gonna go for Rodrigo, and this is gonna be straight up. That's that. It doesn't look like but anything can change with this football club. You know what I'm saying?
See my face?
Like,
That makes me happy. But
no, I'm being serious.
yeah.
Like, don't get it twisted. Like, just from what I've read, okay, just from what I've read. All right, like I'm not trying to like. I think Rodrigo to us makes the most sense. Like out of all the teams, even including yours, right? Including yours, not necessarily because if you just put it in perspective, the player that they have to compete with, right? The player that he would have to compete with for our team would be Gittins. The player that he would have to compete with for your team is Gakpo. So it's like just in that manner in itself, like it's a better suit. Just on that in itself, I think for us, the left wing is wide open for him. You know what I'm saying? Wide open. Where Gakpo is still going to get time. You know what I'm saying? And I think Gittins will get time, but it's not as much pressure on Gittins. Where Gakpo already's had that pressure. You know, he's already like more established per se. Mm. So like, I think Morgan Rogers is probably going to be the most likely one that the name is going to continually come up. I think that's the most likely one that we go for. Okay. I think that that's not my preferred player.
Wait, what are you saying?
It's not my preferred player, but I do think it's
Shields though. Or is Shields going back? He's getting his last one.
He's going to get the last Infinity Stone. He's going to get the last Infinity Stone.
He's going to get the last piece.
Mm-hmm.
He's
grabbing the last Infinity Stone, bro.
Bro, he's got the city
gauntlet. The entire one, bro. The entire fucking one.
Bro, if he gets
left wing, right wing, the left winger, the right winger, the striker, the 10, and the DM from that team. Outside of McMcAtee, it's the entire team. Like the entire front line is available.
It's not even bad. It's jokes.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is.
Like, bro, like so many times I look at these sporting directors now and I'm like, there's just some guy that got this job playing football manager and they're all doing their own little projects. And like, I've tried this project before where you raid someone's youth academy. I've tried it before. Right? Right. So, hey, it gets better. I've tried where you get the 14 dribbler with 13 pace and 7 shooting. I've tried that. I've tried that.
Well, you just named Nani there.
Yeah, I did. I did. I've tried these things before, so like I feel like.
I mean, bro, what did I say about my football club, bro?
Bro, Joe
Shields. They're the sporting directors. Every morning they turn on FM and they buy the players and they run the simulation and they do it over and over and over again, and that's what their day is compiled by. Okay. Bro. Until the transfer window opens. That's what their day is compiled with.
I want to see your payroll for staff at your recruiting department because I'm almost sure there is a database engineer solely for football manager that is keeping your database up to date. Or he's a liaison with the actual game because this is crazy. I need you to get Rodgers just for that. I hate the fact that you would get him. Rodgers is my guy, but I need that because my agendas would be hilarious, but I need to see the under 21 city team at 25.
I do think that there's players in that team, still that would be forced to be dropped. Like I think Delap and Pedro, there's going to be points where Delap's not going to play.
Delap's not going to start
until like off the bench, and now he's not the way that things are going. Rodgers in this system, and this is a good point. That Rodgers in this system that Lucas is talking about would cause havoc, bro. It would cause havoc. Like I just want you to take a peek at like where Nkuku's picking up the ball a lot of the times, and he's making the turn.
I'm glad you said that because
this has been Lucas's point. I'm stealing Lucas's point. I'm not. But like I when he brought it up to me and he was like, "Yo, like think of it when Rodgers is in that Nkuku position." I thought of it, and when I watched it, I'm like, "Oh, that makes big problems for other teams." Like his ball carrying from deep areas, like not for nothing, his end product is a lot better than what Nani can do. But like his ball carrying period, like his physical ball carrying is just so good compared to like everybody around the league. Like it just really is. Like if you, especially centrally, because you would be able to play centrally in the system. He wouldn't have to play on the wing. He would play in the inside half space like Cole does on just the other side. And that's perfect because he's right-footed and Cole's left-footed. So it's like you literally have two guys who can play those two areas. Not only that, Pedro can play in that area. And, like, I don't know if Nkuku's leaving. So, like I think he might leave, but the only link that I've seen is Byron, and Byron's been looking at other people too, like Xavi Simmons. So, like, he might not leave. So, like, if you're telling me it's those inside spots are for Nkuku, Rodgers, Palmer, and Pedro, there's no drop-off. Like, there's zero drop-off. Like, we're getting better versions of Nkuku now, but we know what his quality is still. Like, there is that player still there. He was just injured for the last 2 years with knee injuries and just recovering from back-to-back knee injuries. So, I to me now, bro, like, if you see it from based off of, like, if we continue the same system that we've been playing with Rodgers makes a lot of sense. Rodgers makes a lot of sense. Because you could play Rodgers at left inside forward and have that overlapping Kukurea. You know what I'm saying? Whoever is the left back at that point, because I think we might still get a left back. He can also strike the ball too, yeah. And he did have good game. He did have. I honestly, he was the best player against PSG. He was their best player.
Well, I think that the reason they started to fall off is because they pushed him to the right.
Mm-hmm.
Once they took him off the left in the central areas, they ruined them.
Well, they didn't really have much.
They didn't have much else to do.
Yeah, they didn't really have. Well, the way they built that squad, second half of the season was just like 8 lone players. It felt like. Mm-hmm. So it's like kind of hard to build a squad in that manner, with lone players. Like I know Emery is just, bro. Emery is one of the most impressive managers out there, but even Emery made a lot of mistakes in that time.
He does some head scratching things, bro. You're like, huh?
And even against Man U, when they lost, it was bad. It was really bad. Like, they played badly. One game against Manchester United to the worst Manchester United you've ever seen in your entire life, and you put out that performance last game of the season. That's pathetic. But I think Rodrigo, I wouldn't count us out with Rodrigo. Obviously, I think you guys will be in the conversation for Rodrigo. I also think Rodrigo might might try to stick it out. Like I said in the chat a bunch of times, is I think he might try to stick it out and try to outlive Zabi. Because I don't
can we make this the Rodrigo section, right? Real quick. So
sure.
We're talking about that. Obviously, red tinted glasses, bias, hope, dream. He could be doing that and trying to stick it out, but we are in the era of player power, right? We know agents send out feelers, words.
Yeah, but it's not an agent; it's his family,
right? So what if the thought processes behind Rodrigo's camp is we want to stay, but we want assurances we're going to play. We haven't played the last 5 games or started. I don't know if it's played or started, but I know he hasn't started. It's both. We haven't played the last 5 games. Everyone and their mother is playing in front of me. I don't want to go to Arsenal. I don't want to go to
Arsenal's off the table now, bro.
Well, I'm just saying, like, so I don't want to go to Arsenal. I don't want to go to Spurs. I don't want to go to Italy. I have 2 or 3 clubs that I want to go to. If they don't offer, we're going to say that we're happy here. But otherwise, you know what I'm saying?
No, I mean, I hear it.
Like, it could be I'm hoping it's one of those scenarios where there's 2 or 3 clubs that just have the magic in. Same way Ekitike, and who's another one? Who just was it Pedro? Pedro, same
For
thing.
what? What's your point?
Whereas players are openly, well, not openly, they're discreetly saying if X, Y, and Z don't come in for me, don't entertain the offer.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Pedro.
Gyökeres did the same thing with Man U.
No, I think Man U could still get him if they want. If Arsenal don't.
But he could. But even Gyökeres is like, if Arsenal's able to get me, I'm gonna wait for them instead of going to Man U. So, and the Diaz, if Diaz goes to Bayern, that would really make me.
You actually just made me think of. You're actually right, bro. You're actually right. If Mudryk didn't fucking get banned, it would have been Mudryk.
Oh my! But it's not even probably. He's right, because they would have gone back in for him.
Like he's 100% right.
They would have just gone back and bought Mudryk. That's so funny.
I mean, it's not the 11 jersey. That's not. I preferred Pedro to take it if it was up to me, right? Like if it was up to me, I would want Pedro to take it. Obviously, he's already taken 20. I don't know if that's even possible for him to take it.
I hope.
But that would be me. Like if it was if I had a player that to prefer to take it, it would be João Pedro to take the 11. Like that's who I would want to take it.
Is your 11 historic? I thought Hazard was 7.
Didier.
Okay, thank you.
So, yeah, man, I'm like, this is moving very quickly. And Chelsea, I'm sure Chelsea will have another sale or 2 done tomorrow. Like I'm almost positive.
This is my thing, bro. Like Rodgers.
That's the other thing, bro. This is the other thing. Like we have his number open for him too.
You have the number, but like Rodgers makes sense because of Joe Shield. But like you're Chelsea, and you
also,
need that big signing.
Necessarily
you've made strategic
Villa
signing.
Necessarily doesn't have to sell Rodgers.
Exactly, bro. It's like there's a lot.
So, like Rodrigo does make a lot of sense, bro. If you put in a perspective of like also all the young Brazilians that we have on our football team,
bro.
Pedro, Santos, Esteval, all are going to Brazil. All 3 of them are going to be going to Brazil. And Rodrigo could be the left winger and all that.
And you know what?
Front 3, but Brazil front 3 right there.
Hey, I'm going to say 2 things that I've said in the past. The first is Kudus is the smokescreen, right? Because we've heard all smokescreen stuff about Nani. I think Kudus may have been the smokescreen.
I hate that word, by the way. Like, you don't have to. I fucking hate that term
I use it on
much,
purpose.
bro.
Smoke
It's the
screen.
stupidest shit. Smoke screen is the stupidest shit, bro. Bro, no, nothing's a smoke screen.
But
What's a smoke? I've never actually seen a smoke screen, bro. What is a smoke screen? If there's smoke, there's fire. There's nothing else but fire if there's smoke. What creates smoke?
there's
Blake, what
called
creates smoke? What creates smoke?
fire.
Thank you. So why the fuck are we talking about a screen? It's a if there's smoke, there's fucking fire. That's what there is. There's fucking fire.
Nah, but we might have a smoke screen for you. Maybe lose my. Oh, but the second thing is Joey. We talked about this in I think March when you were complaining about your squad depth in certain positions, where your owners have to decide whether or not, and not your owners, your coach Maresca and the club have to decide whether or not they think this squad is ready for the pressure of trying to compete for the big things. This Rodrigo signing, the Rodrigo signing would cement that. Well, I don't think the Rodrigo
with us being here, especially if we win, like even if we compete, they're gonna.
It's a close game, yeah, exactly. But that's why the Rodrigo signing is the icing on the cake.
Yep, because if they compete with PSG this weekend, bro, if they win or compete with PSG this weekend, they'll look at it like, oh, we're actually closer than we thought. Let's put the cherry now on top.
Exactly. That's all we need.
Cherry on top right now.
Yeah.
Because we're here. We already made all this money. Let's put the cherry on top. We're already making all this money. We already made money from the team made all this money from the tournament. We're making sales.
Yeah.
Like it's good. Chelsea is not done with there's still a big signing to be made for Chelsea. That's the way I see it. Like Chelsea, there's still a big signing to be made. Because pretty much everything that we've already spent's already covered with sales now. Between sales and the Club World Cup, everything we spent's pretty much covered.
Basically. Yeah.
So
and that's why I'm worried about Rodrigo, because I think you guys are still in for a big splash.
Yep.
Because every signing you've made so far has made sense based off previous recruitment, and it's a good buy. Nothing's been absorbently priced. People are still saying, "Oh, is that it for Chelsea?" Chelsea still has one more big signing in them, and I'm scared it's Rodrigo. I really am, because I want him to come to my club. But
I can't lie though, like as much as people don't like Gittins, right?
I don't get it. I don't get it, bro. It's got to be just the bias of them not watching German football. Like I rate Gittins.
It's just a profile people don't like. It's not as appealing on the eye per se. He's not as erratic on the ball. He's just his decisions on the ball are not as good. Like his ball control and shot placements a lot better than Nani. I'll tell you that. He's a lot better than Nani in that.
Yeah.
Like, and he's a lot more fearless than Nani, in my opinion.
Doku has done irreversible work for that type of winger.
Yeah. So that's dead ass. No, you're being that.
Doku and Nunez are like the bad apples of those profiles.
And they still get run and they still get like opportunity. I mean, Doku plays a lot of fucking minutes, and he's gotten a little better. Like from what I watched in the Club World Cup, like he actually has gotten a little better. Like his decision, I'm talking decision making wise, he's gotten better.
Yeah. The game's gonna slow down for him. He has to slow down too with age. But the funny thing is with Doku is that he is a statistical demon. Any attacking mid/winger statistic that you look up from an offensive output standpoint, you will see Doku in those advanced metrics. It's insane. He is the definition of a statistical outlier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he is very much a statistical outlier. He has like the most crazy numbers. Yeah, actually, if you look at Gittins' take on numbers, they're actually pretty crazy too. Yeah. That's actually a statistical outlier as well. Like his rate of take on and his shot production is just actually a statistical outlier. But you don't have to put as much pressure on him if you get a Rodrigo. That's the thing. That's the idea behind it, in my opinion.
I didn't enjoy the feeling I just got when you said that sentence.
Well, bro, like you had a nice run this year, right? I don't expect it to be as clean, regardless on how good you've gotten. That's just my opinion.
What do you mean?
Like I don't like this last year, it felt like
Are you talking about the Prem?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. You only did you want to finish that statement? Because
Nah, I think you understand what I'm saying.
No, bro. Me and my boy, and I gotta introduce you guys. He's Justice. He's a Chelsea fan. He's from New York. He's ignorant, just like we are. Yeah, it's actually hilarious. Diehard Knicks fan. But anyways, we always talk about like
yeah, we'll have him on the channel one day.
Yeah,
Why not?
we will. It'll be jokes. I'll definitely get him on. So we always have like a preseason, like, all right, what are we gonna think we're gonna do? Predictions, blah blah blah. And we say this every year, but it doesn't really happen. This year is going to be a gauntlet. This year is going to be a gauntlet because a lot of managers and clubs have money, pride, and respect on the line, brother. It's going to be awesome.
I just think the bottom half is going to be a lot weaker. That's the thing. So like,
I think weaker and truncated too.
Yeah, like I think the teams that are higher up the table are going to have an easier time with these teams that are lower on the table than they did over the last year or two.
Well, and if you think about it, those mid-table teams that
big up Reaper.
Big up Reaper. But those mid-table teams that were taking scalps and that were fearing teams in the top parts of the table, they're getting weakened. Yes, thank you, Phineas. Brentford, Bournemouth, weaker. Forest, weaker.
Nah, Sunderland, I think, the only thing about Sunderland that they didn't plan very well. Yeah, exactly.
I love you.
They grabbed so many Africans, bro.
Yeah.
And bro, they have a great team though. Like if you put the team on paper, it's actually like, okay, like this team could potentially stay up.
But like they're gonna play a championship 11 for that month.
Yeah. For a fucking month, they're gonna be fucking dead. Literally dead. Like the entire, like it's it's all of them outside of Enzo Lafite. Every single player outside of Enzo Lafite, because they just signed him off of the loan, right? So like it's every player they got outside of Enzo Lafite that is African.
Hey, Sunderland's running back to Portsmouth 08. Hey.
Yo, that version of Boateng will never fucking die, bro. Straight up. That version of Boateng will never die in my mind. Like it was like streets will never forget moment. That version of Boateng, like those screamers that he would hit from distance were like will never fucking die in my head. That Portsmouth team. Yeah, like straight up. I remember. I can vividly remember Boateng just smashing a few balls, bro.
Bro, do you remember Boateng's goal against Barca?
Yeah, of course. This shit was ridiculous.
That touch!
It was nutty. It was nutty.
I'll never forget that goal. I'll never forget that goal. Oh man. Boateng has the streets. Boateng has the streets, bro.
That is. But yeah, man, like I'm just like this is what I expect my football team though. Like when players aren't performing, be ruthless and sell. Like if you have the opportunity to move them and make a profit, and they're not bro, sell. Fuck out of here. Make the move. And rebuild with the money that you got. Like fucking sell.
And kudos to your sporting directors and your organization for how they've redone your entire squad. But for all the haters that are like, oh, they got this guy and that guy on 10-year, 360 contracts. This is why you sign them to 50,000 incentive-based contracts, because then you can sell them easily. There was no problem selling NONRI.
Yeah, he was on a fucking 8-year contract too. He was on an 8-year contract, 5 years left, and they put him on 5. They put him on the rest of those same 5 years that he had left. They put him on at Arsenal. He's on $50K a week. It doesn't matter how long the contract is. People are fucking retarded. People acted like that was a big deal. No, you know what that does? It avoids what their problem is.
Yeah.
Their problem. It's their problem because their problem.
Oh yeah.
Your problem.
You're still looking the wrong way.
Whatever, bro. My camera's tilted, so I can't get it.
Use your
right.
left hand, you fool.
Nah, fuck out of here. We're already done here. It's your problem.
Konate might be gone, bro.
Yeah, Konate's gone. Trent's gone. What happened? Because you put him on these fucking 4-year contracts, 5-year contracts, and at the end they're like, "Oh, you know what?
Hey,
my turn. I'm doing what I want to do."
Hey.
And Trent started it.
You don't talk about Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes that way, okay? You don't talk about them.
I mean, it's not really their fault.
It's not, and I think
I don't necessarily blame them in this sense. It's not their fault per se. It's, in my opinion, the way that Madrid move is just bullshit.
Yeah,
they move in a different. They move. They move to their own beat, the beat of their own drum. They don't have their own rules. They just do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
And
no decency.
It's annoying as fuck, in my opinion.
It is, but
you sell them this. Would you be surprised if you sold them this summer?
Would I?
Yeah.
If the reports are that he's leaving are true, then no, I wouldn't be surprised.
Nah, that's not a big club. That's a fucking that's mafia ass moves, bro. They're not a fucking big club. They have mafia, bro.
That's not. Yeah, a big club buys the player and says, "Dude, here's the money. Take it or fucking leave it." The player wants to come. They're talking about, "Hey, bro, we're not trying to give them.
We'll give you the money, and we'll give you half of what we're gonna get. We would give fucking Liverpool. You sit your contract out, and we'll fucking buy you when you're done.
Yeah, that's some mafia shit.
It's fucking mafia shit, bro.
Yeah, it depends. If the offer's good enough, that's the problem I see. If Konate does leave, I don't know what the friction will be.
Because that Zarbani deal has kind of broken down, and maybe he wants to go to PSG. Maybe PSG gives him an offer that you guys can't refuse.
That's if he wants to leave, we'll sell him to PSG before Real Madrid in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. 60 mil, they'll take it. 1 year left, 40
I don't think it'll be 60 mil, but yeah.
40 mil?
Yeah, probably. I would see 40 mil with 1 year left. You would be able to get that 100%.
I want Konate to stay. I love Konate.
I know. I think everybody in Liverpool would want him to stay, to be honest.
And I don't want Konate to leave because it creates another conversation that troubles me. Is that
but if you got money, then you could buy a Zarbani or someone like that.
Right. We can.
If you don't get money, then you have to probably try to get Gahey, something along the lines of like a lower end.
I think we're gonna get Gahey. We're gonna have
to. You say that until Chelsea walks around and says, "Oh, you want to come back?"
Well, if you're running the Chelsea Man City Academy mashup, bro, do you? I'm just saying. I think that we will get Gahey because of the homegrown thing. I'm not pressed about Gahey. You're not going to see
us at Chelsea is just an opportunity, really, because of the sell-on clause. Like they'll be like looking at you, whatever you bid, and be like, "Oh, we'll bid." Like what? This is how it works, right? Like we have. Let's just say it's a 10% sell-on clause. I know it's 20%, but like let's just say it's 10%, right? And you put on 40 down for Gahey, right?
Yeah.
That 10% would be 4 million, right? So realistically, what 36. They would get is 36. All we'll say is, we'll give you 38.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
That just fucks you. Because no matter how you look at it, they're getting more money from that 38.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the only reason I'm we slimy as fuck, bro. You think we just gonna let people walk around and do whatever the fuck they want? We slimy as shit.
Yeah, I know.
That's why I was like, I know you guys had that Wirtz deal under control, but like, if we didn't have Palmer, you don't think we would be fucking talking? Like, yeah, of course we would, but that's not.
No, you
We
would have
would
got.
talk,
You would.
bro. It would have
No,
been
you would.
before.
No.
It would have been
Hey,
before.
hold
It
on,
would have
hold on,
been
hold on,
while
hold on,
Man
hold on,
City was
hold
talking.
on,
It would have been
hold on,
while
hold on, hold
Bayern
on,
was talking. It
hold
wouldn't
on,
have
hold
been
on,
the
hold
same
on,
way
hold
that
on,
you did it.
Joey, hold on. Before you get offended, hold on. You
I'm
would have
not
been
getting
going for,
offended. I don't
bro.
care.
You would have been going for Rodgers, bro.
Nah, you're probably right about that. Nah, you're probably right about that.
You would have been going for Rodgers.
Yeah, for
bro.
that number, 100%. We'd be going for Rodgers.
But no, I hear you.
You know what I'm saying? No, that's the point. You know.
I don't disrespect Chelsea when it comes to transfer matters. I've been burned too many times to do that. And you guys don't let me forget it. But if we're talking about Liverpool, not hey man, that's on the back. Yo, low key Gay's on the back burner right now because I think we're
Everything's on the back burner for you guys, other than until you get your attackers now. I think.
Yeah, the attacker has now jumped to the priority.
Well,
so,
yeah, I'm like with the situation, right? We don't have to talk about the situation, but with the situation, you literally have to go into like attackers mode, especially now the Diaz situation, the whole Jota thing. Like you have to go in for attackers.
Yeah.
I'm guessing this is what can, and maybe correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe you have some more information than I do. But from where I stand, right, I'm guessing you're just trying to figure out where Isak stands. Okay, like that's kind of where you're at with it. And then I think you're just waiting for that. And I think the whole Jota thing is kind of giving you the time to be able to wait too, not for any reason other than just
I get what you're saying.
Some time to be able to wait.
Yeah.
And then which is good for Isak because I think he's on vacation right now, right? Like he can enjoy his vacation and then come back to training camp, and then they can have that conversation. Because I'm pretty sure training camp for most of these teams are next week. It starts almost positive. Man U and Tottenham's start next week before they go on their preseason tour.
It was this week and next week because we started this week.
Okay, so you guys already started.
Everyone came.
I'm pretty sure Newcastle. I'm pretty sure Newcastle is getting pretty close to starting. If not this week, they've already started the next week. I'm sure by next week we'll know. By middle of next week, we'll know where Isak stands. Is my guess. Because just based off of like how the timeline of preseason is kind of going to work. In my opinion, I don't see it happening. I think you guys still go get Hugo. And I think Hugo is like the next move over for you guys. Like if Isak says, I'm not ready right now to move, which is pretty much the way it would go. I'm not ready right now because I think eventually it will happen. I think you end up moving towards Ekitike.
I agree.
And then the winger situation is the interesting part because I do think you guys have a lot of faith in Gakpo. That's the thing. I think there is a lot of faith in Gakpo within the whole entire football club and including Arne Slot. So, like, you tell me what you think happens. Okay, so, like the realistic one and then the dream one, obviously.
Well, so I think I'm glad you led with the Isak thing because I think that is because of the priority and the desire of him to be the number one target. I think once we get that decision, it'll make more sense on what we're doing, and it'll clear up the left winger situation because of the amount of money that we outlay. So I can see, or I can hope that if we get an Ekitike, then you'll see a signing like Rodrigo on the left.
It could be. I think also that could be Gordon too. Like I also could see it being Gordon. I think they would be willing to get rid of Gordon. That's when I think they actually might be willing to get rid of him.
Yeah, and Phineas we're actually talking about that right now. So if Gordon is more available than Isak and we're getting Ekitike, I will take Gordon. Right? I do like Gordon. I wanted Gordon over Diaz last year. I'm not opposed to that. However,
would you take Gordon over Rodrigo?
Over?
They're about the same price. They're going to be about the same price.
I don't think they'll ask for the same wages, but that's not the point.
100 million euros for Rodrigo's right now. That was the most recent quote.
So the short answer is no. I don't take Gordon over Rodrigo because at that price, I have more confidence that Rodrigo matches his price tag more than Gordon does.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Right? So I'll take that. But Gordon, Fofana is another one. And I know we're not going to do it. I absolutely know. But Javi Simons.
I just don't think you do that.
I know, and I know he's too much of a 10 for it to make sense. But an ultimate team, I'll put Xavi Simons on the left, no problem.
I just don't think you do that with words.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make any sense for you to get both of them, especially with the both ones I like.
Yeah, and I really thought about that.
Do you think there's any chance you guys go for Sesko over Ekitike?
Over Ekitike, no, but I can see a world where we end up with Sesko.
Okay, what's that world look like?
That world ends up where somehow Ekitike and Isak don't end up at Liverpool.
How?
If Newcastle is dumb enough to buy Ekitike, that could happen. And they don't sell Isak. They say wait out the year.
So, bro, here's the thing: is like the only I
don't believe play on the left.
The only thing I don't think Ekitike is going to Newcastle unless Isak leaves. Okay, like let's be real about that. All right. Second, I think the only other club that's linked to us.
So okay, so that's the thing. Like, Hugo would have to be off the board. I feel like for us to go for Sesko.
I don't know if we would go for Hugo now that the way that Pedro's moving.
Like exactly. So you would have to say Pedro, and big up Ace, but you'd have to say Pedro. You're playing on the left now. So it just doesn't make sense. I feel like Hugo's been waiting for us this entire summer.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think we go for another striker either, Phineas. Even with the Jackson sale, I don't think we go for another one. Because Jackson is getting sold as much as you motherfuckers told me that he wasn't. I told you guys. I told this shit. I've been saying that
2 months ago. They were calling you crazy because you're selling your starting striker.
Yeah. He's our starting striker. What do you mean he's getting sold? We'll buy 2 strikers and get him the fuck out of here.
What'd you do?
I do think so. I think you're right, Phineas. I think we keep Gu in the end. I think Gu is.
Gu's not going anywhere. Gu's the perfect third striker for you guys. He was low cost. He's young. He's developing. Yeah. He has no right to demand playing time, and you'll play him in your tertiary competitions.
Exactly. I agree.
Gu's going to get 15 appearances next year, 7 starts, call it a day.
Exactly. I mean, you could send Gu on loan in January.
Exactly. Literally, send him on loan in January.
Exactly. You send him on loan in January because by that time, all his games that he would be able to play for us is over.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind Gu at Strasbourg personally backing up Omega.
You'll probably send him starter in January. You'll keep him for the first half of the season because you want to see how far you get in the competitions. If you get knocked out of the FA Cup or the Carabao, he'll be loaned out in January.
Depends on what round, right?
Yeah, literally depends on what round. But that's like I'm so calm. I'm calm in our options for striker because I don't think we're gonna get any striker I didn't want. I didn't want Gyökeres. I didn't want Jimenez. Like out of the 3 options, I personally am happy, not just fine. I am happy with any of those 3.
Let me ask you something. Because I told you, I asked you, I brought this up to you last time too. And you were just, João Pedro. I thought he would have been a better fit for you guys. I told you that back in the day. I said I thought he would be a good fit for you guys.
You did, because we were talking about maybe Cunha, stuff like that.
Yep. Now, look where he is. I mean, I think he's going to have – I don't know what the fuck's up with that number 20 at Chelsea, bro, but, like, there's some juice in it, especially that first season.
You're
That
an
first
idiot.
season juice.
You're an idiot. But I will say,
At first season juice, Link, I'm telling you, this kid's gonna have a great season with us.
yeah,
I
yeah.
already
Don't
feel.
talk about the number. Let's talk about tactics. If you look at Chelsea and Liverpool, we've been going back and forth off camera about how we're looking at the same targets and we're trying to play a similar brand of football. Like, it
Overall,
just
I
makes
mean,
sense.
pretty similar. I mean, if you look at build up and you look at where our players are overall setup wise while they're in the attack, it's not the same players in the same positions, but they're all in the same positions. Like the maps are the same.
Just
So
about.
like,
Yeah, you were.
I mean, you guys just had, your core ready to roll. You know what I mean? Your core was ready to roll, and you guys had, one consistent goal scorer for throughout the entire season for the most part, where our goal scorer kind of fell off halfway through the season.
Your two goal scorers.
Well, one of them got injured.
Yeah.
Nico, as much as I want to hate on him, he was injured for 3 months. So
yeah.
I mean,
So
we didn't have a striker.
It makes sense.
Entire year. Didn't have a striker for half a year, bro. Pretty much.
Yeah, I get
half a year because he came back, he played like 4 games, and then he got suspended for the last 2.
If we're talking about Pedro, does the Pedro look at? Let's just think about aesthetics, the vibes, the player profiles of what you're working with. Do you think Pedro fits in more at Chelsea or at Liverpool? Like,
probably at Chelsea.
Exactly. Look, if you visualize the
based off of squad build, that's where I'm kind of going with it.
Yeah, but
I think PK still fits better at Chelsea too. But like the difference is that you're rebuilding your like the rebuild of your squad is happening differently than the way ours is.
Yeah.
Like ours is more like entire young core building together up.
Yeah.
Yours is
we're flipping our age.
Yours is old core still involved, and the young core is being rebuilt as we are like in the moment. Like I think the next part of your core is McAllister, Wirtz, Gravenberch. Like those are the 3 in my opinion, and then fucking Kirkes specifically in my opinion. And then whoever you end up getting at center back for like the long-term Van Dijk replacement. I also think you have to this year incorporate Marbardashvili like quite a bit because like you can't buy that level of goalkeeper and kind of keep him out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's kind of where my mind is at with it. But his shot stopping is fucking levels, bro. Like he is a mammoth shot stopper. He didn't have a great season last year, but he is a mammoth shot stopper.
Yeah.
But we'll see how that rolls. I think that covers pretty much everything. Let me try to find. We don't got a ton of people in here, but let me try to find someone I can redirect to real quick. People like to see that they got redirected too. I do. When someone redirects to me, I do. By the way, if you haven't subbed yet, what are you doing?
Yo, we're so close to 1,000.
I know.
So close to 1,000.
We're 27 away right now from 1,000. 27.
Guys, I might do a dance. I might
27 away, bro.
I might take my shirt off. We might lose subscribers, but I might take my shirt off.
Yeah, I might kill Kiers, son. I might kill Kiers. I might kill him.
Why?
All the dancing around how he wasn't supposed to fucking get Nani Madueke.
Oh, and he's nowhere to be found.
No, look. No, look. Look.
Where?
I got you 1 second. Yo, Bro,
it's
all
a
the
sickness.
dancing he did,
It's
bro.
a
All the
sickness.
dancing he did, bro.
It's a sickness. It is.
All the dancing he did, bro. Literally on it, bro. Me and him argued for literally an hour about this shit. An hour.
Oh,
An hour about this shit. And what did he do? He ends up praising it.
bro,
Man.
this is their window. Gyökeres, Eze, Nani Madueke, Mosquera, Noagard, and Kepa. And I think I'm supposed to think that this team is going to win something.
Well, Mosquera still hasn't even came in yet, so.
Exactly. I'm naming potential signings, but that's what their window is going to look like. That's what they're proposed. That's the bird to hype window. I was supposed to be scared of that? Yeah, okay. Okay.
It's hilarious, bro. Like, it's fucking hilarious. Like, I can't believe we're even. I don't want to. I honestly don't want to see a single Arsenal fan try to defend this.
No, dude, we're gonna be getting cops.
I really don't want to see any Arsenal fans.
We're getting Squawka. You heard
because
Squawka.
Because bro, they used to shit on us for how bad our team was, and they still buy players from us.
Bro.
They still buy players. Oh, you're a tax shit. What are you gonna do with Nani Madueke?
What are you gonna do with Nani Madueke?
Bro, those were literal words I heard from Arsenal fans last year. Like, those were quoted words that I've heard from Arsenal fans.
Bro, I heard so much chat about Chelsea's attack, and it was mainly centered around Nani. Because I was there like, yeah, he's trash. What do you know?
It's crazy, bro.
Bro, I gotta go back and watch Egal's stream. Shout out Egal.
Yeah, I got so much. Yo, people, enjoy the content tonight, bro. Tomorrow, back again tomorrow is about to be generational.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't, you make sure you guys get the back again tomorrow, okay? That shit is gonna be generational. Generational. Lewis is about to be the most shameless you've seen him in so long, bro.
Oh, my Lord.
Bro, that guy. Bro, I only thrive to be as much of a hater as Lewis is, bro. Lewis is generational, bro.
Bro, I can teach you a few things about hate. Don't worry.
Shut up, bro. Shut up. All right, we're gonna send everyone to Lewis. I'm gonna go get some coffee and I'm gonna go jump on that stream too. So we'll see everybody there. Yo, make sure that you guys hit Wobbs raid in the chat. Just make sure you hit Wobbs raid in the chat. Love. I'm gonna be in there with you to hit Wobbs raid too. So hit Wobbs raid in the chat when you guys get over there.